I'm going to turn now to you, Saiyidain Hameed, Indian social and women's rights activist, because I really do think when we're talking about the Kashmir issue or the Jammu and Kashmir issue, it is not a piece of real estate. And certainly one of the problems is when we talk about it in shorthand, it's almost as though it can be tossed back and forward between India and Pakistan. But within the region are at least 12 million people, and each one of those people has a human right.
Thank you very much, Victoria, and my dear panelists and distinguished members of the audience. अपनी बात शुरू करने से पहले मैं याद करना चाहती हूँ इस कॉन्फ्रेंस की जो एक रूह है वो है आसमा जहांगीर, और मैं वो सफ़र याद करना चाहती हूँ वैली का, श्रीनगर का, सारे कश्मीर का जो हमने साथ किया था. It was a very poignant time, and Asma, being Asma, was all over the valley, and her spirit still hovers there. जब ये कॉन्फ्रेंस का इनॉग्रल हो रहा था, उस वक्त सुलेमा ने 3 बातें कही थीं. जो गुफ्तगू यहाँ होगी उसमें 3 एस्पेक्ट्स उन्होंने उसका जिक्र किया था. It's going to be a difficult conversation, it's going to be a controversial conversation, and it's going to be an uncensored conversation. I am a Kashmir born, and I always thought कि मैं कश्मीर में पैदा हुई हूँ, मगर मैं I cannot own property in Kashmir because my parents were not Kashmir born. And अभी आपसे तपन ने जो बात कही है वो law को has been reversed in the sense that people like me can own property in Kashmir. But that really hurts me. That really hurts me because वो एक मुआहिदा था जो इस 1947 में जो मुआहिदा हुआ था उसके खिलाफ है ये. I'm not a Kashmiri subject. I shouldn't own any property in Kashmir, and I'm very happy with that. जब ये सारा रिवर्सल हुआ और उसके बाद एब्रोगेशन हुआ 370 or 35A ka, and then I was talking to my dear colleague who I've not met and will always hold close to me. We talked about my own experience, and I'm a very एक हमारे एक एक्सप्रेशन है, एक जन्म भूमि होती है, एक कर्म भूमि होती है. मेरी जन्म भूमि भी कश्मीर है, मेरी कर्म भूमि भी कश्मीर. 2019 में हम एक छोटा सा डेलीगेशन लेके हम कश्मीर गए, and it was called Women's Voice Fact-Finding Report on Kashmir. One of my members of my delegation was the granddaughter of a very well-known person in Pakistan who had come to Pakistan, a man by the name of Sajjad Zahir Banne Bhai. I think some people may remember him, but lot of people wouldn't even remember. And I think this is also a time to remember some of these people, because it's all in the spirit that, that Asma, in a sense, it sunk into us, her spirit. So I'm very briefly going to talk to you about कि औरतों का वहाँ क्या उस वक्त जब ये एब्रोगेशन हुआ और हालात ऐसे हो गए कि जिसको मैं यहाँ लिख के लाई हूँ कि एक कश्मीरी पंडित ने क्या कहा उसके बारे में. एक कश्मीरी पंडित ने उसके बारे में ये कहा कि abrogation, now I am quoting a Kashmiri Pandit, a man by the name of Sanjay Tikku. उन्होंने कहा abrogation of 370 has made Kashmir more dangerous than 1990, quote unquote. And he is the president of Kashmiri Pandit Sangharsh Committee. उन हालात में abrogation के बाद it is the women who came forward. We started our report by quoting a small verse of a poet called Comrade Abdul Sattar Ranjur, जो खुद मारे गए. He was killed in 1990. और मैं क्योंकि कश्मीरी बोलती नहीं, मगर उनके, I'm just going to translate few lines. Spring birds will flower, nightingales pain will, अब ये उम्मीद है उनकी. Sickness will leave the ailing, heart's longing of Ranjur will be fulfilled when the poorest will rule wearing the crown of glory. Abdul Sattar Ranjur in 1990, and this is 2022. At that time, जब हमने वहाँ कश्मीर का हमने कश्मीर के हालात देखे, तो हमने देखा कि सारी districts में हम, we moved around all the districts, and we found that after 8 o'clock या 7 बजे के बाद भी घर से कौन निकलती थी? औरतें, क्योंकि मर्द निकलना would have been a really dangerous signal. उन्होंने हमसे औरतों ने कहा, we insist that men should go indoors after 6 p.m. Man or boy seen after dusk is a huge risk. If absolutely necessary, we women go outside. So women held up, and today as I'm talking now, I have my family, my friends, people who I hold very dear to me. I can't even talk to them. जब मैं दिल्ली में रहती हूँ, मेरे सारे जो, I'm not, I don't live in a foreign country, I just live, I'm going to, यहाँ से उठ के मैं दिल्ली जाऊँगी, I cross the border on foot. And I'm really grateful that this great moment, this conference gave me an opportunity to come and meet my dearest of friends here. I'm not able to meet 90% of my family because I only have a 5-day visa, just आना जाना मिला के सिर्फ 5 दिन है. जब इतनी जिंदगी में इतने लोग जो हैं, you cannot meet them, but I'm very grateful to be able to connect with them. And when I talk about the woman, I think of one woman जिसका नाम है परवीना आहंगर. Association of Parents of Disappeared Persons. For the last 23 years, this one woman, Parveena Ahangar, every month on a certain day, I think it's the 10th day of every month, वो अपने साथ at least 150-200 लोगों को लेके, and she sits in a public park in Kashmir with hundreds of pictures of disappeared young men from the age 14 on to 30, 35, किसी का बेटा, किसी का शौहर, किसी का रिश्तेदार, all these are either tell us if they are dead or they are alive. This one woman has made, I think, a great impact on the whole entire international community. Or I'm just going to quote your the chief of UN, Antonio Guterres, जो अभी हमारे दिल्ली में आए थे, और उन्होंने I'm just summarizing this because I'm right out of time. Yeah, 2 minutes. I just, he made a statement which I think is very, very important. You have to delicately balance the whole diplomatic scenario. But what Mr. Antonio Guterres said was that India, as a historical leader of non-violent and anti-colonial struggle, he was obviously referring to Mahatma Gandhi, should promote and project rights of all, including minorities and Kashmiris. And then उन्होंने remind किया हमें, the government of my country reminded India that diversity is a richness that makes your country stronger. Now this is it's a very simple statement, it's a very loaded statement. And I think these are the things which, you know, internationally there are vibrations. सब जगह एक तरह से ज़मीन हिल रही है. And today, absolutely the last thing I want to talk about, I want to just mention to you is that, you know, the whole question of identity. A young man, एक खेत कुमार थे पिछले सेशन में, minorities के सेशन में, जिन्होंने ये कहा कि मेरा पाकिस्तानी हूँ, मेरा नाम खेत कुमार है, मैं जहाँ भी जाता हूँ लोग कहते हैं तुम तो इंडियन हो, अरे तुम यहाँ कैसे आ गए? वो कहते हैं नहीं मैं तो पाकिस्तानी हूँ. मेरे all of that, he is from I think Thar Parker or somewhere. When I was a member of the National Commission for Women, मैं एक meeting attend कर रही थी और मेरा नाम आपके सामने है, and I was reported in the Indian newspaper as the chairperson of the National Commission for Women in Pakistan. So this whole thing, and now Kashmir and my fractured identity, I'm sorry Victoria, I've overdone my welcome on this panel, but I'm too full. My heart is too full. Thank you very much.
Not at all,
Thank you
Syeda.
very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.